Hi guys, and welcome to Sugarland Animal Hospital. My name is Dr. Mike. Today I'm with Katie, who's brought in two of her friends, Mal and Splinter. And of course, we always love little guys in small cages. They make the best patients. So we've got Splinter and Mal, and this one's Splinter, and his master Splinter, named after the Ninja Turtles. Well, tell us what you found, Katie.
So I came in one night and there was a lot of blood on their piece of paper, which I originally thought had come from their nose because they have problems with it, but thankfully not.
Yeah, well, Katie's noticed this blood sitting on the bottom of the cage, which is a little bit alarming. We've managed to, we think we know where it's coming from, and I think Splinter had the worst ones, didn't he? So if we have a look here, he's got these little sores on the bottom of his feet there, and we realise that these little guys have a wire cage, although Katie's doing her best to keep the bottom of the cage clean with some newspaper and things. These guys are rats, so they like to dig around, cause some trouble, and get busy. So I imagine they've been running around, and I've noticed that they've both got these pressure type sores. Sorry, Mal. You're up, mate. You're up, Mal. It's okay. He's a little bit shy. So he's got they have little pressure sores on their feet there, but Splinter's was the worst there. And even now, as they're sitting around in the cage, we can see there's a little bit of blood coming from Splinter's sore foot. So Splinter's got a splinter. He's hurt his foot. We also noticed that they're having a little bit of a snuffle, and they've had a snuffle on and off. Rats and mice are very well known as getting respiratory infections. Unfortunately, their immune system's not the best from lots of years of breeding. We're not quite sure, but they usually pick up a condition called mycoplasma, and this causes this inherent sneezing, and sometimes it can get worse, and sometimes they can get really sick with it. Oftentimes they'll produce some red pigment from their nose and their eyes, and initially we thought maybe that was causing this blood on the paper, but now we're not so sure. The red staining comes from porphyrins, which comes from a gland behind the eyelids, behind the eyes, and this is often increased in nature when the rat gets stressed, or obviously if they're getting a little infected as well. So you often see that little pigment in the nose or the eyes, and if they get sick, it certainly gets worse. So we were worried that maybe this was a lot of sneezing and snorting of blood, but I've checked them over. I'm not convinced that there's a really bad respiratory infection just yet. We'll have a good listen to their chest and everything, of course, but they're looking pretty bright and they're bubbly and full of life. Some of these guys I see can be really quite sick, so we're going to check them over today. We'll probably do some antibiotic treatment as well, which will also reduce their sniffles. Unfortunately, this bug's pretty hard to kill completely. You've had a few goes at trying to get rid of this one, and trust me, it's very hard to kill. So we're going to have a look at these guys and check their chest, and we'll probably work out some strategy we can to stop Splinter from hurting his little foot there